Dear friends, today I am going to tell you about cervical cancer. What is it? Why does it occur? What's its significance and how we treat it, and definitely how we can prevent it. First thing, why should we be concerned about cervical cancer? Cervical cancer, my dear friends, is the second most frequent cancer among women in India. Actually, it is the most prevalent cancer in rural population of a country, and it has been overtaken only by breast cancer in urban population of India. Its prevalence most frequently is seen in the age group of 15 to 44 years. India has a population of more than 485 million women aged 15 years and older who are at risk of developing cervical cancer. And with the current estimate indicating that every year nearly 1,25,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer and around 77,500 die from this dreaded disease. Now, what is the latest trend? The gynecologists from different parts of the country, more so often from the metros, have observed that women as young as 25 years of age have been detected with cervical cancer, compared to 35 to 40 years which we used to get earlier. This 10 years shift has occurred as a result of women becoming more sexually active at an early age and without adequate education about contraception. Despite a vaccine being available against the most common cause, and that is the human papilloma virus, and increased accessibility and availability of contraceptives, there is a lack of awareness. That is why young women are presenting with cervical changes and being HPV positive, not just for cervical cancer but also for oral and anal cancers. Now, where is the cervix actually located? The cervix is the lower narrow part of the uterus at its junction with the vagina. When cells lining this part of the uterus undergo neoplastic cancerous change, we call it cervical cancer. Another important point you must know: how and why does this part of the uterus get cancer? As I said before, the most common cause is a long-lasting infection caused by the human papilloma virus. This virus is sexually transmitted, and it is estimated that at least half of the sexually promiscuous people get infected with HPV at some point in their lives. Thankfully, even though HPV infection is so prevalent, only a small fraction of them actually suffer from cervical cancer. Thus, cervical cancer occurs when healthy cells on the cervix become infected with HPV and multiply rapidly, forming a mass or a tumor which can be cancerous or benign. Initially, these changes are not cancerous, but they can gradually lead to cancer. Precancerous tissue needs to be removed to stop cancer from developing. If the precancerous cells change into cancer cells and they spread deeper into the cervix or other tissues and organs, then the disease is called cervical cancer or invasive cervical cancer.